role of the liver in the body? Because I was just amazed when I was looking at your book, The Amazing Liver and Gallbladder Flush. I had no idea.
Yes, it's one of those organs that doesn't get the attention that it really
or the credit
deserves,
it's due.
and
Yes.
the credit, for all the different kinds of work or jobs that it has to perform every single day. The liver is probably the most complex organ in the body. It is said to be even surpassing the brain in terms of its multitudes of different kinds of things that the brain obviously doesn't do, such as filtering the blood. Mm-hmm. Now you think that filtering the blood would be like having a filter and then it's just, no, that's not how it works. The liver is a very large organ. It spans from the right side to all the way to the left.
All right.
And but its bulk part, the largest proportion of it is on the right side. And it is saturated with blood most of the time.
All right.
There are certain times when it's like the ebb and the tide, where you have more and other times less. In the nighttime, between 10 and 2, you have the most blood in the liver.
Okay.
So that's its most active time. That's when it needs to clean the blood more than any other time. And it does that by allowing the entire blood that it collects from the back of the brain, from the digestive system, from the muscles, from basically areas that you don't need when you sleep, to bring it into the liver, and then the liver cells will take it up. We will start cleaning it out, and they do that by allowing the blood to go right through the blood vessels that have holes in them. They're called sinusoids. So the entire blood goes outside the blood vessels, not like in any other organ in the body. And then the liver cells work with that. So the most important jobs that any organ has to do is to deal with the blood. Because once the blood is becoming unbalanced in one way or another, then you're suffering from major disruptions of your balance. So the body is therefore trying to keep the blood as perfect as possible at all times. And liver is one of the major organs to deal with that. So when there are certain things entering the blood that are potentially harmful for the body, then the liver tries to take it out, break it down, and pass these breakdown products into the bile ducts, where these bile ducts are like a huge network. It's like a tree with many branches and smaller branches, and you have 2 trees like that in the liver. They're called the biliary trees. And so the cells of the liver will then, by taking those contaminants out, pass them into the bile ducts. The bile ducts are supposed to transport them down to the exiting bile ducts. There are 2 of them. They combine into one, so it becomes a trunk now.
Okay.
And that is the common bile duct. And that's where the liver creates its outlet for these waste products.
How does it do that? I mean, where do they go?
And then they go into the common bile duct goes into the gallbladder. The gallbladder collects it, and then puts it,
okay.
And then it squeezes its content into the small intestine via the common bile duct. And that's when it eventually enters the large intestine for elimination. So that's how the waste products are delivered out of the body. Now imagine if that job is not done properly. It affects every part of the body. Because
that's central station, right?
Yes. So otherwise, if the liver's ability to remove contaminants and toxins, environmental toxins, food toxins, antibodies, which are natural toxins in plant foods, all of that has to be detoxified. It's not just everything is useful. There are certain things which the body has to discard. And uric acid, urea, other waste products, ammonia, very caustic. You know how it smells when you have ammonia in the bathroom. So these things, they have to be detoxified and removed constantly. So the liver has to do that. Another function is the liver makes sure that the blood is never getting too thick or too thin. So it has its own blood thinner, so to say. The blood is so complex that we have no idea yet how complex it is. The plasma of the blood alone has like 10,000 different ingredients in it. And the blood itself is so complex. A blood drop, one drop of blood, has has so much in it that is compared, to the structure of the entire body, the complexity in
of
one
drop of blood.
It's like a hologram. If you know what holograms are, that the small has the entire whole, the big as well. So you take a part out of the hologram, out of a particular structure. It is basically containing the whole thing. So the liver is also, responsible for making cholesterol. And so that is one of the biggest things, because without cholesterol we could not live. You couldn't see, you couldn't hear, you couldn't do anything, you couldn't think a thought without cholesterol. Cholesterol is the main, is one of the main ingredients with the protein. That's why cholesterol is fat and protein, so combined. Right. Protein carries the fat around, so you need the protein to deliver the fat, the cholesterol fat. And that is used as a building block for most of everything, including heart cells and brain cells. So you have to have a well-functioning liver to do all of that. There are total about 500 jobs that the liver does all at the same time.
It sounds like a master organ.
Each one is as complex as any other. So it is responsible for breaking down foods or nutrients that you have digested. They cannot be used in that form. They have to be converted. They have to be synthesized into others, like amino acids synthesized into proteins. It has to, for every kind of function in the body, it has to supply certain enzymes. So it makes 1,000 different enzyme systems. It's just incredible in all the different things it is involved in. And then it is an organ that also distributes energy throughout the system.
Oh, really?
It also converts complex sugars, complex carbohydrates into complex sugar reserves, glycogen, and then convert that into glucose when you need it in order to nourish the cells in your body so that they can metabolize your food and oxygen and deliver energy, which that's the only thing the body is after, energy. So glucose gets converted into ADP molecules, and that becomes basically the energy that you say, oh, I feel good today.
Okay. So we don't want to allow our livers to become congested.
No, you don't want them to become congested, lethargic, suffocating, or in any other way impaired.